It was a overnight in that big swings were uncommon, separately of a crash in the UKIP voice. How switched all three major parties to registry reached, but in no of them manufacturing a crucial preliminary. So, which does the speak us on how the parties include fared, and reason? Over these reached and losses is a precise design of rises and waterfall in the levels of side supporting. Largest of the seats creature disputed were previous fought above in 2014, while Labour were tightly front of the Conservative Party in the view polls. At how period, UKIP were galloping the ridge of a wavelength, time the permissive Democrats were in the depression. Thanks to a crash in UKIP supporting nearly anywhere, both of the Conservative Party and Labour are using more than supporting the year rather than they did 4 persons year back. The lack of any significant net swinging among the two greatest parties is widely in link in which might include been anticipated of the view polls, that put the Conservative Party fair a nasal front. Yet Labour had permitted consumer expectations how the side would do big reach to increase, and particularly how the side might execute effectively in London. Instead of Jeremy Corbyn has go off practically blank presented, time the Conservative Party include founded practically unharmed. Not anywhere swung the identical path. As in recent years' general poll, the Conservative Party fared superior in places how elect for keep rather than in such how elect for stay. The prudent voice is up by 13 points wherever more than rather than 60% supported keep. These are the areas wherever UKIP had executed top 4 persons year back. Yet, the Conservative Party include omitted by 1 spot in areas wherever less than rather than 45% elect keep. Not low of the reasons for the discrepancy is how UKIP executed top in 2014 in keep voting areas. The compressed UKIP voice in such a places seems to include swung disproportionately over the Conservative Party, lot as it did in recent years' general poll. The design helps explanation why the Conservative Party productivity is weaker in London, that elect by 3-2 in favour of stay. The prudent voice is just up 1 spot in the equity, time Labour's voice enlarged by 4 persons points. Therefore the side has lose more than rather than 60 seats in London, because it obtained about 60 in some components of the nation. As well in testimony, as in recent years' general poll, is a trend for the Conservative Party to drop behind largest hard in places in big numbers of youthful voters. In wards wherever more than rather than 35% of the people are elderly 18 to 34, the prudent voice bring down by 1 spot. But it enlarged by 8 points wherever less rather than 20% owned to the age team. Versa, the Conservative Party executed superior the more than pensioners down there were in the chamber. Its voice is up by as lot as 10 points on ordinary wherever more than rather than 20% of the people are elderly 65 or above. As fighting in places in comparatively big numbers of youthful adults, the Conservative Party did less than so wherever down there were more than graduates and human beings of an ethnical minority group backdrop. All of these were groups how were disinclined to voice for Brexit. Permissive Democrat supporting has enlarged on ordinary by 3 points. Yet, the represents no more than rather than a humble enhancement on the impoverished 2014 outcome how the side was hard to protect. In spite creature the just considerable side in England how opposes Brexit, the permissive Democrats did not execute considerably superior in stay vote areas. Quite. The side's top amateur performance appear to include been restrained for wherever the side was already comparatively powerful local. Meantime, the Greens found themselves hard to survive a departing title, in an ordinary fall of 2 points to 7% in such wards wherever the side put up candidates. Yet, the side had the comfort of manufacturing a net profit of 6 seats. Or, for a little side, random election successful can be an priceless lifeline. On the chunk editable by Duncan Goer.